Hello everyone, it's Imran here. Welcome back to another video. So, I'm going to react to another Thompson Friends audio series by Kiefer Adams. This one was literally uploaded last month. This is the last day of July. Can't believe it's the last day of July already. It is. This was uploaded on the penultimate day of June. It was, and this one is 16 sent to Sodor. So, if we did in the Series 7 audio story, Wilbert the Forest Engine, which you should see my reaction to that if you haven't done already, we were introduced to Kiefer's version of 16, the Austerity Engine, the one who works at the steelworks on the mainland with Frankie and Hurricane. Well, 16 was jealous that Wilbert was getting to visit Sodor. Sodor he was, and really wanted to do it himself. And now, in this audio story, it's 16 gets his chance defended in the Northwestern Railway when Wilbert, who I think is originally supposed to come, is taken ill. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Kiefer's take on 16's visit to Sodor is. So will 16 prove to be troublesome like how he was in Wilbert the Forest Engine, or will he prove to be really useful? I guess there's only one way to find out by watching this audio story. I did react to Branch Line Engine Marklin. I did last time I did, so once he matched out, I'll have him top rank on the screen. I don't think I've ever seen Marklin that evil in that one. Like, never have I seen an evil Marklin that nasty. But you should definitely see matched out. It was definitely good. I'm gonna react to this one, and hopefully tomorrow, pending everything goes well, I'll react to Search for the Ladies. I'm more caught up on Keeper's videos, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. Link for I'm reacting to in the description down below as always. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this.
16 sent to Sodor. Written and told by Kiefer Adams. 16 is a saddle tank engine with 6 wheels. He is the same class as Wilbert, the Forest Engine. But unlike Wilbert, 16 doesn't get to work on the beautiful line of the Dean Forest region. Instead, he is located at a steelworks, which he works alongside 2 other engines. They get to make deliveries of steel across the mainland, including the goods yards of Bridlington. 16's job is to shunt the trucks around the steelworks and prepare the next trains for the engines when they return. Recently, 16 had been hearing all about Wilbert's adventures on the island of Sodor and was jealous that he wouldn't be able to go himself. Wilbert had recently returned with helping Henry with an important job at his forest.
Yep, that's the audio story I was
And the last time Wilbert checked, 16's earning for an adventure to Sodor had been lost. Until one fateful day. The Fat Controller requested Wilbert's services once again to collect some mineral wagons and deliver them to the far side of Sodor. Unfortunately, when it was time for Wilbert to leave, there was a problem. "Ugh, I don't feel well at all," he groaned.
Oh dear.
His driver and fireman tried everything, but Wilbert just felt sick in the boiler. The Dean Forest manager was a close friend to the Fat Controller and had to call him to say that alternative plans were to be made. Wilbert sat in his siding feeling rather terrible. He felt worse when a deep hooting whistle echoed behind him.
It's the 16's chance
"Well,
now.
today's the day at long last," declared 16 as he rolled up alongside. "I get to see what the fuss is about of this Northeastern Railway." "That's Northwestern Railway.
Not Northeastern,"
Wilbert attempted to correct. "Pish tosh," huffed 16. "You just stay here and feel better. I'll sort those mineral trucks out for you." And with that, 16 rolled away, chuckling to himself. "Oh, don't muck this up, 16, groaned Wilbert under his breath.
Knowing our luck, he probably
When
is.
16 arrived on Sodor, there was a lot of skeptic talking with the other engines. Percy was most annoyed. "Wilbert's told me a tale or 2 about him," he said to the others that night. "And what sort of tales has Wilbert told you about this... what's he called again?" asked Gordon. 16, grunted James. It clearly states on its tanks. All right, interrupted Edward. Let Percy explain. From what Wilbert told me, said Percy, 16 is quite a disobedient engine. He went past a danger sign at this steelworks he's located at. He claims the trucks pulled him. The rails sagged and couldn't take his weight, and 16 fell down the embankment, cab over wheels.
Yep.
Going past danger signs, said Henry to no one in particular. Thomas could learn a few things. Percy, said Gordon, from one engine to another, this 16 has come to help us. The past is irrelevant for an engine who's willing to do something for his future. Percy groaned. When he proves himself, I'll take everything back about him, he grunted. He stormed into the shed and firmly requested his driver and fireman to slam it shut. Oh, someone's in a bad mood, said James. You'd be upset too if there was a change in visitor, Edward sighed.
Yep.
16 didn't care what the others thought of him.
It's always a surprise.
He was more determined to put aside his past and prove he was just as useful as Wilbert. The next day, he arrived at the shipping company. Thomas had just prepared a goods train for Edward. When he saw 16, he froze. It's you, he gasped.
What else do you expect?
Heard of me? Through Wilbert, yes, but I never thought you'd actually come. Are you here for the mineral trucks? Yes, indeed, old son, said 16. Where are they?
Son.
They're over there, replied Thomas, his eyes pointing to a corner of the yard. But do be careful. Mineral trucks. I've handled plenty of trucks at the steelworks, interrupted 16 proudly. Leave it to me. And with a sharp, hooting blast of his whistle, 16 went to collect the trucks. I hope I never go to the steelworks he came from, sighed Thomas. What?
But we all know that would happen, don't we? We all know that he would go to that. Thomas would go to that steelworks years later. He would. So, yeah, we all know that.
Thomas had tried to warn 16 about was that mineral trucks were the worst behaved. Along with ballast trucks, Donald and Douglas were the only engines who could keep mineral trucks in order. Thomas hadn't been able to warn 16 about this, and so the Ostrich saddle tank was unaware of what journey he had ahead of him.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
At first, all went well when 16 departed. The trucks clattered behind him, mocking his grubby coat of paint. He should have had a wash, one truck grumbled. He's not even useful enough, another retorted. Well, he looks like Wilbert, said a third truck. Let's see if he's got his strength to match. 16 was just crossing a bridge when the trucks all held back at once.
Hold back!
Oh, no, you
Hold
don't!
back.
He bellowed angrily. Then there was trouble. 16 forced himself forward. I'm not letting you win, he growled.
This isn't going to end too well.
Suddenly, he jolted and groaned. Ah! 16, cried his driver. What's wrong? Oh! Something hurts! 16 cried in
He
pain.
just burst his
What is it?
safety valve.
Steam hissed everywhere.
Yeah.
As 16's crew jumped down to look. Your crank pin's cracked, said his driver. We can't take this train on one cylinder. 16 glared at his crew. All of you have misjudged me from the beginning, he said. Wilbert's doubted me, those steelworks engines doubted me, and my own crew seem to think I can't do it. You watch. I'll take these trucks to the other end of the line or burst. 16's crew was surprised by his confidence. They climbed back into his cab and 16 set off again. His wheels groaned as he rolled forward, and the trucks tried everything to hold him back again. It was a long, slow journey, but 16 pressed on,
He's actually going to do it.
Eventually, the station at the end of the line came into view. With one final effort,
Wow.
16 rolled to a stop. I've done it, he panted triumphantly.
It's just incredible.
He looked over to the platform and saw the Fat Controller. Well done, 16, he said. A fine performance. He turned to observe the trucks to see if they'd been delivered safely. He turned back and smiled. It seems we've underestimated you, 16, he said. 16 smiled wearily and looked at his buffers, feeling very accomplished at long last. The Fat Controller was so pleased with 16, he had him repaired at his works. The story of his triumphant pulling of the mineral trucks spread across Sodor like mad. The engines were incredibly proud, and just as he promised, Percy took back everything he said about 16
there we go.
And now considers him as much as a good friend as Wilbert, but was sad when it was time to go. The engines all offered him to come back, but 16 just said, I think one visit to Sodor's enough for me, before he made his way home.
Such a shame. Does anyone want... So we, at Audrey Extravaganza recently, we recently got Richard Audrey had taken over from Christopher Audrey as the railway series lawkeeper, and he did say that the Fat Controller did actually purchase an austerity engine like he would at the end of the railway series for Wilbert the Forest engine. Does anyone have a feeling that 16 was the austerity engine that the Fat Controller would end up purchasing in the railway series timeline? Let me know in the comments down below, because I just really think that that 16 is just the perfect fit to be the austerity engine for the Fat Controller to purchase. It just seems so perfect. So let me know in the comments down below. You also see my reaction to Never Wanted the Austerity Engine out, because that was a story that me and Guillaume Neo Cooper Productions put together. We did, and he adapted, and yeah, so it was really good to see it, albeit with the AI narration.
It was mid-afternoon when 16 came home. Wilbert was now feeling much better. Ah, there he is, he said. Manager's waiting for you. Why? You'll see. The manager of the Dean Forest Railway was so proud of 16's performance on Sodor, he decided to purchase him. And now 16 works alongside Wilbert. They still have their moments and tease each other.
Wow!
But they are very good friends and always help each other out. I'm sorry to say that the Steelworks engines were going to be in for a hard time, with no one to shunt their trains for them.
Wow!
But as we both know, it would be a long, long time before another engine ever visited the Steelworks. We know who and when, don't we?
Yeah, Journey Beyond Sodor reference right at the end. Right at the end. I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. I mean, I thought 16 was going to be troublesome, but 16 really wanted to prove he was really useful after his accident. And, well, despite once going on operating on with a cracked cranpin, he worked. He managed to prove all the Sodor engines wrong, that he is a really useful engine, and now he works alongside Wilbert at the Forest Steam Railway in Keefer's Cannon. Though I still do think that 16 would be the austerity engine in my timeline and the Railway Series timeline. He would be the austerity engine that would be purchased by the Fat Controller, which would lead to the events of Never Wanted the Austerity engine happening. So, but yeah, this is definitely a good alternative for the Keefer's arc it is, and yeah, I think it's safe to say the Wilbert and 16 arc in his audio stories is complete, unless we get, any more stories about them visiting Sodor, maybe, Wilbert, but I think this would work incredibly well. This would work incredibly well as a bit of an end to the 16 and Wilbert arc in Keefer's audio stories universe, so yeah. I kind of do wish that Wilbert the Forest engine was adapted for the TV series. So it was because I think it would have worked better in season 4. You could have had the Porridge and Milk stories, Percy's Porridge, and Moving at the Funnel as 2 stories, and then you could have had Wilbert Wyatt the Wyatt Up story as one of its own, called Wilbert Wise Up maybe. But yeah, that would definitely be my ideal adaptation of the book. But what's yours? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I really did enjoy this audio story far more than I thought it would. And you know what? Since I really want to catch on up on Kiefer's audio stories, I'm actually going to react to Such the Lady next I am. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So yeah, it celebrates 25th anniversary of Magic Railroad. It does. So I figured why not? Why not just react to it now rather than you guys having to wait another day. So yeah, 16 gets a happy ending. He does. He now works for the Forest Steam Railway with Wilbert, and of course we knew Frankie and Hurricane would just struggle with the 2 of them, and we know it'll be a long time before someone else visits the Steelworks, and we know who that was, don't we? So yeah, so I gotta say, you do want to see my previous Tom's reactions, as an audio story or trains adaptation. I'll have a playlist up at the top right corner of your screen right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought this audio story reacted to. Also, let me know in the comments down below what other videos you want me to react to next. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Links to both of them will be in the description down below. Share this video, subscribe if you're new here, ring that bell to get notified. When I put new videos in that post community tab, and stay tuned because I am going to react to Search of the Lady next. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!